All righty, we're back. Second frame of the day here at Merrimack College, Gallant Arena, home of the Middlesex Islanders. PHC on their home whites. Zamboni has about 2 more laps to take. And then we will get started. This game, this frame is against the Springfield Aces. We just watched another overtime tie. Another overtime tie. No overtime. Tie in regulation, no overtime because we're behind schedule. Avalanche against the Middlesex Islanders. That's no good. We'll be with you. Stay with us. We'll be back here for live action as soon as possible. Again, short bench, so we'll be trying to be efficient with our attack. Puck possession, puck movement. Try to control the pace of the game. And I get a lot of pucks and bodies in the net. Dave, if you're listening, it's that simple. Pucks and bodies to the net. Stay with us. We'll be back. All right, we're up top on a balcony here. Might have a late game scratch. Game time decision. Ellie Shaw just got sick. So Coltman Williams will lead us on the ice, likely to patrol the blue paint in the second one for us. Can you hear it? Warm-ups have commenced. Again, intel I'm getting is Ellie will be a late game time scratch. She's getting ill, so Colton Williams will at least start the game in the blue paint. We'll wait for additional information on the expected starter. That was Miss Shaw. But focus will be the same. Move pucks, attack with speed. Try to possess the puck, make a play with it. And again, that puck movement is of utmost importance, such that we can control pace of play and time of possession. Got a little different look pregame. Intel tells me we're going to go 5 and 4. The 5 and 4 rotation rather than the 6 and 3. Try some new things out. As one of our defensemen not at 100%. So Carr will shift back from the forward position, likely to start the game on defense, and he'll go from there. Under a minute left here in overtime. Sorry, a lot of overtime hockey here. 2015 showcase. Under a minute left in one. Horn will sound in 45. Pucks will start to come in. Teams will gather, get them up, and then we'll be underway. Stay with us, and we'll be back for live action in under 30. Ellie Shaw has taken the ice. We'll make it across to the bench. And we'll go from there. So stay with us. We'll be back. All right, Ellie Shaw back in the blue paint. Trying to see some pucks real quick if she got out here late. Trying to see it and feel it. Here's the save. PHC will break from the bench. And we'll be underway here. All right, here we go, boys. Play strong. Let's play strong. So we're starting out with Declan Spittle between Max Roach, Logan Pucciarero. We'll go Fazio and Maurer on the back end. Puck is dropped on the way. It's just one back to Fazio. We'll chip it up the wall. Roach will collect. Chip it into the zone, and they're going to say we entered offsides. So we'll stay for a neutral zone draw just outside the Aces zone. That's chip forward. Roachy will get after this. Will drive down the wall. Plays it across for Pucciarero. Loads and fires off the end boards. Roach will collect. He's trying to turn back. He's hauled down. Put up the boards. Kept in by Maurer. Get back down on the deep end. Play it around. Fazio will collect the keep. When we play back up the middle, we'll play it forward. The Aces will gain the line. Fazio will go out to the boards. Will collect it. Now he's going to try to stretch Pucciarero. It's gloved down by the defender, who will move into the PHC line and have numbers. Good stick by Fazio again. Will fire to turn this one. Paddle aside by Ellie. She makes the rebound save, and then the third opportunity put back. So they stayed on the puck. They get it out in front. 2 saves made. Third one gets put home. 14-10 left in the first period. The Aces open up the scoring 1-0. So now we'll go Spittle between Gerbevec and Nutsiuk. Whitney Carr on the back end. Puck is dropped. The Aces are going to jump through the lane. They're going to come in. We'll get pushed up to the sidewall where the jersey barrier will cut off. It's going to get down below. Carr will communicate to Spittle. Spittle will get back, play it ahead to Gerbevec. Gerbevec collects, trying to get off the wall, turn with it. The Aces pick it off, they throw it back. Warned by Carr. Carr will now stick it down. Tips it off the boards to himself, but he's met by some resistance. It's picked off, played in. Gets wide. Anichuk will collect on the far boards. He'll turn up with it. Gets across the red. Try to chip it in. Surfed off by the Aces, and now they're going to try to transition the other way. Poked out in the neutral zone. Spittle's back. Will gain control of this play it ahead. Anichuk collects. Bounce around. Winton will chip it up the boards. The Aces will step through it. Run into ourselves. Chip back across. Winton will now play it ahead to Gerbevec. Gerbevec collects. He gets his toes up. He'll gain the line. He'll load up. Will fire. It's going to be blocker down. Anichuk gets there. Blows an edge as he was trying to get that shot and put back on net. Aces will collect. Will try to chip it out into the center seam. Rocha tries to get it. As he was coming in, he was trying to get it just outside the zone and dangle to allow some time for the players to get out of the zone. We didn't clear. Whistled dead for the automatic offsides. 13 minutes left in the first period. This one's going to be played across by Maurer. Fazio will step to it. He'll walk it down the boards. He'll gain the line. Chips it across for Rochi. Rochi leaves it for Pucciarello. Pucciarello turns up when he loads. He fires. He gets off the end wall. Rochi will try to collect and turn back up. Jumped and picked off by the Aces. They'll throw it up. Kept it at the point by Fazio. Fazio tries to play it forward. The Aces collect and they're going to come out with it. They're going to move it the other way. They gain the line. Maurer's back and contain. We'll keep him outside the dots. We'll play it to the third guy. Turn and fire. Gets off the glass. Rings around. It's going to be kept in at the far point. They turn, they fire. It gets through. Ellie makes the first save, makes the second save. It's bouncing around. She finds it, squeezes it off, and hits the reset button. 11-17 left in the first period. Aces hanging on to an early 1-0 lead. Now we're going to go Spittle, Gerbevec, Pucciarello up front. Carr and Winton on the back ends. Puck is dropped. Carr will get behind the net with it. Pauls will get it around the Pucciarello. Pucciarello, 10 and 2s, gets off wall. Will walk up the center seam with it. Now he's going to skate this one out. He gets out into the neutral zone. He gets across the red. Enters the line. He's down the center. Goes off the laces. He'll try to play it down the boards of Gerbevec. Gerbevec steps off the wall. He loads up. He fires. Warned by Aces defender. Gerbevec will play it around the end ball. Pucciarello trying to cut it off. It's chipped up, but Winton will step and keep. Spittle collects, plays it towards the net. It gets back behind the net. Gerbevec will step to it. He'll drag it to himself. Tries to leave it for Pucciarello. Pucciarello's outnumbered in that corner. We'll play it out into the center. Winton will keep. Aces will try to clear. Pucciarello collects it. He'll drive down into the corner. He's on the forehand. He'll step behind the net. Plays it across. Gets out to the far point. Carr collects. Turns. Got to be heavier. Trying to chip it forward for Spittle. And the Aces jump the lane. They pick it off. They're coming the other way. Played back across. Stick to side by Winton. Aces will pull up. They'll play it to the point. They'll step in. They get up. Gets through. Into the top of the net. Got to wear it. So shot in from the blue line. That fires top bunk. 10 minutes left in the first period. Aces extended 2-0. So Gerbevec, Rochi, Danucciuk up front. Fazio, Maurer on the back end. Chip through. The Aces will jump through the lane. Ridden off at the blue line. Fazio Roach will collect it. Tries to step into the middle. The Aces step through, and now they're coming the other way. Fazio will challenge. They'll force it in. Maurer will step back and collect. Maurer's going to step up, chip up the wall. It's played ahead. Gets out through the neutral zone. Danucciuk will put the initial forecheck on. They get in the shot. And they go that way. Rochi will collect it. We get on sides. He enters. And now the referee says we were offsides. So we'll have a neutral zone draw just north of the Aces blue line. Danucciuk, Rochi, Spittle, Rochi, Pucciarello, Maurer, Fazio. They continue here. We're trying to find this puck on the sidewall and chip it into the zone. Aces push it back towards PHC's zone. It gets in there. Fazio will collect at the half wall. We'll play it off the end boards to Maurer. Maurer will collect. He's met by a blue jersey. Spittle there in support. We'll put it off the end wall. It'll come around. Rochi's trying to collect it. We'll get back onto the forehand. Reverse it back up. Play to the center for Spittle. Spittle's going to turn with it. Gets his eyes up. He plays it out in the center seam. Gets ahead of Pucciarello into the zone. Aces will play it back. Rochi surfs it. It's loose at the top of the zone. It's still in the zone. Second effort. The Aces get it out and clear it. We walk down to get to the dots. They block her to side by Miss Shaw. Fazio will collect. Fazio will chip to Rochi. Rochi's going to collect this one. He'll go off the wall with it. It's going to get down into the zone. Aces put it off the glass. It comes right back down the other end. Rochi will collect. He's going to turn and get his toes up. He's out into the center. Get into the zone. Pushed outside the dots. Cuts back in. Goes back behind the net. Plays it out in front. Spittle throws it in. Carr fires from the point. Diving scoop save made by the goaltender in the baby blue jersey. Getting pucks to the net. 2 opportunities there. Springfield goaltender keeps it out of the back of the net. So now we got Spittle, Gerbevec, Nuciuk up front, Witten and Carr on the back end. Spittle wins this one back past Carr. It'll get out into the neutral zone. Long. Carr will open up. Will come right back in. It's going to be collected by the Aces, but Nuciuk jumps the lane, fires it in, collects the rebound himself. It's there. Gerbevec tries to put it back. Gerbevec will collect in the corner. Will turn and fire towards the front of the net. It ends up on the back of the net, and Nuciuk chips it off. It's on the end wall. Nuciuk collects. He plays it across the Spittle. Spittle trying to find Gerbevec back post. The Aces chip it forward. It's kept in by Winton. Fired back down in the corner. Well, Gerbevec will get after it. Gerbevec pushes it behind the net, and Nuciuk trying to collect. The Aces will push it up the wall. Carr will step in, keep it at the half wall. They fire it back. Spittle gets above it and keeps it. But now they chip forward, and the Aces are in the foot race. They get to the puck. They're in on Ellie Shaw all alone. They drive in. Ellie Shaw makes a big stop, moving left to right. Then it's pushed up the wall. Nuciuk gets it out into the neutral zone. The Aces will open up and regroup. Play it back across. It gets into the zone where Carr will collect. Carr plays it across to Winton. Winton trying to center it back. Chip the side, and now we have a foot race, but Spittle's there to lift the stick. Carr's in the net front. Nuciuk settles it for Spittle. Nuciuk collects the putback. He plays it ahead to Spittle. Spittle collects, turns and fires it into the zone. Gerbevec will be there to put the pressure on, but the Aces clear the zone. Fazio below me, able to collect it. He wins the red line. He gets to the blue line. He fires it in towards the net. It's sticked aside by the Aces. Now the Aces get back behind the net. They'll chip it up the wall. It's cut off by Pucciarero. Leaves it in the corner. The Aces will ring it around the glass. They'll carry him off. Fazio is going to step and try to keep. It's on edge in that 50-50 puck. The Aces get it out in the neutral zone, and then they gain the line. They'll chip it deep. Maurer will get back to collect this one behind Shaw's net. We'll reverse it up to Pucciarero. Pucciarero steps to it. He plays it ahead for Spittle. It bounces over the stick as it was on edge. Can't get it out of the zone. It's played back in. Maurer will step and collect behind the net. Use his body to shield the player from the puck. They play it back across, looking to play it out in front. It's stick to side. Second opportunity, put back behind Ellie's net. Spittle low and slow in support. Collects it. He's going to skate this one. He gets it out in the neutral zone. He's across the red. He's across the blue. He'll drop it to Pucciarero. Gets through his feet and stick and gets out into the neutral zone. It's chipped back as we learn the line change. Winton will collect. He'll go to Fazio on the far side. Fazio will look to play it back up. He reverses it out into the center. Bounces up over Pucciarero's stick, and the Aces will collect and play it the other way. Winton will step to this puck. Carr will step it in the corner. He'll chip it back up the wall looking for Pucciarero. Pucciarero gets position. Gets his pocket picked along the wall. They play it back across, stick to side by Carr, then fired back in, and Shaw saw it the whole way. She squeezes it and hangs onto it. So we'll have a defensive zone draw to her right. Nuciuk, Pucciarero, Rochi up front, Winton and Carr on the back end. 4:10 left in the first period. The Aces hanging on to a 2-0 lead. Puck is dropped. The Aces will win it back to the point. They'll put it down the wall. Carr will challenge, body him off the puck. Nuciuk's there digging. Bodies hit the ice. Aces come out of the pile with it. They turn, they fire back in, short side. It ends up in the back of the net. 3-0, 3:53 left in the first period. So now we got Rochi and Nuciuk, Pucciarero up front. And we have a goaltender change. Colton Williams will come in. He saw the pucks in warm-ups. Ellie will get taken to the bench, try to regroup here. Springfield's going to jump the lane. Fazio will collect. He'll chip it forward, and Nuciuk will get after it. Aces will push this one back right down to the neutral zone. They chip it back into the center, but Fazio is able to corral it and throw it back into the zone. Pucciarero's trying to get there. Chips it around the net where Rochi will take over on the far side. He'll play it back across to Pucciarero, who settles. He'll turn up with it. Looking for Fazio out in the center. Fazio tries to one-time and hops over the stick. Maurer will collect in the far point. He'll play it down the wall where Nuciuk will get it behind the net. Pushed up the wall where Roach will take over. Play back into the corner, but the Aces will outnumber us. They'll chip it forward. They play it out into the center. 1-on-2. Mauer's back and contain. They'll push him outside the dots. They'll turn the throw back across Fazio. Stick down in the lane. He'll clear it back up to Anicio, who collects it. Plays it to Fazio. Anicio will collect. He'll get it out, and then Anicio's only plays ahead for Roach. Roach gains the line. He'll drive down wide. Cuts back, gets to the dots. Sauces it across the goal mouth. Gets out to the far boards. Aces will win it and chip it forward. Mauer surfs it, keeps it in. Rochi takes over. He leaves it for Putrero. Putrero met by a big poke check, and the Aces will ice this one down. It'll be blown dead. We'll come 200 feet with 2:34 left in the first period for an offensive zone draw to the right of the Aces goalie. Aces. Springfield Aces. Yes, Aces. That's a tongue tie. We'll just go with Springfield. We got Spittle, Winton, Gerbevec up front, Fazio and Carr on the back end. Spittle trying to win this one back to Fazio. The Aces are going to jump the lane. Carr will poke it away at the red line. Chip back forward. Carr will step to it. He goes off the boards. Spittle will put the pressure on. Force him back to those boards. They'll go D to D. Play it back. Now they're looking to wheel it up. Winton jumps in the lane. He'll play it ahead. He plays it in the soft ice looking for Spittle. Gets behind him. Spittle will get to this puck. Blows an edge. Aces are coming the other way. Carr will step to it. He'll get it deep. It was out of play. So whistle dead. Neutral zone face off. Coach retrieves the puck from the Aces bench. It's back to the referee. Mauer. This one's put one back between Carr and Mauer. Carr will step to it. He'll put it ahead for Gerbevec. Gets off the boards. Played back forward. Carr picks it off. Goes it back for Gerbevec. Gerbevec turns on the south side of the red line. He'll dump it in deep. Spittle will put the forecheck on. He'll cut it off on the half wall. Winton's there. Try to seal it off. It gets to Mauer. Mauer's trying to play it back down the wall. Plays it in. Chipped back up. He'll keep. He'll go hard off the wall. Gerbevec will get behind that to collect it. It bounces out in front. Put back opportunity. Aces will collect. They're going to try to play it ahead. Stick down. Spittle deadens it in the zone, but they play it out. Mauer will collect. He'll fire it back in on net. Goaltender makes a paddle save. Kicks to the side. They put it off the boards, and now a foot race ensues. Take the heads! Carr will get a stick on him as he shoots. Colton stayed square. Mauer will collect. Winton will let this one get out to Spittle's stick. Spittle turns and plays it for Gerbevec. Gerbevec trying to chip it past. The Aces stay strong, and they're trying to come back forward with it. They remove Gerbevec's stick from his hand. He dumped it, trying to stretch Putrero. Carr will collect. He'll settle it. He'll chip it up to Gerbevec. Gerbevec gets out in the neutral zone. Gets to the red line. He tries to dump it deep. Spittle puts the forecheck on. Putrero cuts it off. Aces collect, and then they're going to come out the other side with it. Micho puts some pressure on. The Aces will ice that one with 19.5 clicks left on the clock. Offensive zone draw to the left of the Aces goalie. Rotary between the Nutio. Putrero, we got Fazio and Mauer on the back end. Fazio will collect this one and put it on the wall. Nutio takes over, leaves it for Fazio. Fazio turns, fires it. Blocker to the side, rebound opportunity, put back, gets high. Nutio steps to it. He tries to play it out in front. Gets behind the net. Putrero will ring it around the boards. Fazio will collect. He'll play it deep. Putrero is going to collect this one. He'll walk it out in front. Horn will sound. We'll end the first period, trailing 3-0. We'll regroup and be back in 2 minutes for some live action. We're back for second period action. We'll start with Maurer and Fazio on the back end. Williams takes the crease at the far end. Spittle between Rochi and Pucciarello. Spittle chips it ahead for Perro. Pucciarello will gain the line. We'll turn up with it. Stick to side by the blue jerseys. We'll collect in the corner. Chip it up the boards. Fazio will step and keep. But Aces in the lane. Collect it, and they're coming the other way. They'll drop for their F2 and then wing it down for their 4 behind the net. Fazio will win the puck battle. He'll play it ahead. Pucciarello sticks it out. It's kept in at the points. Fired in. Warned by a player in front, and then it's chipped back ahead. Spittle stretches it across to Rochi. Rochi's going to step down the boards. It's to the dots. He's trying to turn it back in. He fires. Save made, Wade. Pucciarello will collect now. He'll drive behind the net with it. Met by a blue jersey. Digging. Spittle's there to help. 2-on-2 battle. He plays it out in front. Gets through. Maurer will collect in the neutral zone. He'll keep it active. Doing his best to win it forward. The Aces pick it up and they'll come back into the PHC line. They play it back out in front. They step across. Maurer will surf that one. We'll get it out to the sidewall. Now we'll get back on the forehand. He go off the boards looking for Rochi. Read by the Aces defender. They were south of the blue line in a line change. Whistle dead for the offsides. We'll have a neutral zone draw just north of the PHC zone. Now we got Rochi, Danuccio, Gerber back up front, Winton and Carl on the back ends. Aces running to the sidewall. They'll step into the zone. Rochi will cut it off, use the body to get through the hands. He'll collect it on the end boards. He's trying to play it back up the wall. Winton gets in there and help. He'll push it to Gerberbeck. Gerberbeck steps to it. The Aces work up the wall. They play it to the point, but it hits a stick. It's out into the neutral zone. They'll go D to D, and they'll look to come back in. They play it back in, but they play it in offsides. 13-16 left in the second period. Aces hanging on to a 3-0 lead. Pucciarello, Spittle. Danuccio up front, Winton and Carr on the back ends. Puck is dropped. One's chipped back to Winton. Winton will turn and play it back forward, looking for Danuccio who gets off the ball. The Aces will put it that way. Carr will step to it. They'll push it forward. Pucciarello collects it. He's across the line. He will drag in. Play it back out in the neutral zone where Winton will collect. He'll circle back with it. We'll play it across for Pucciarello. Chip forward into the center seam. Danuccio trying to step to it. Carr will collect this one. We'll buy some time. He plays it ahead to Spittle. Spittle will gain the line. He plays it across, looking for Pucciarello. One a little bit crisper muscle on those passes, but it's kept and poked and kept in by Spittle. Danuccio will put the forecheck on. We're ringing around the boards. We're in a defensive chain. Try to get it forward as there was an open door there. We'll chip it down the wall. Hits the referee up top. Chip back in. Spittle collect it. He plays it out front. Back in the neutral zone looking for Pucciarello. The Aces will jump the lane. They'll push into the zone. We'll dump it deep. Fazio will get after it. He'll leave it for Winton. Winton will turn with it. He'll put it up the wall for Pucciarello. Pucciarello trying to collect. He'll get across the blue. He'll slow it down. Tries to play it out into the center seam. The Aces will collect and they'll play it back forward. Foot race ensues. They play it back across. Deck and Spittle in the lane. They chip it back out to the sideboards. They dump it in. Winton will collect this in the corner. He'll go off the end boards looking for Fazio on the far side. It caroms off the Zamboni door. Fazio alertly collects it. Plays it ahead for Danuccio. Danuccio tries to step it out off the wall on the center seam. It's bouncing around where Spittle will now collect it. Aces will collect. They'll turn. They'll go off the boards with it. They collect at the HC line and then dump it in behind Williams' net. Fazio will get back. He'll play it up the half wall for Danuccio. Danuccio collects. He plays it ahead to Spittle. Spittle turns. He'll drag past. He'll gain the line. He'll play it ahead to Pucciarello. Pucciarello steps across on sides. He'll load up. Met by a poke check and a body of the blue sweaters, and now we're coming the other way. He'll play it back across. Fazio will collect. He's going to play it ahead to Spittle. He'll jump down the lane and join the rush. Spittle will load it up. We'll try to play it across. Off a stick, loaded up by Puccio. Put back opportunity, put back by Fazio. Stick to side. Gerbevec taken, or Puccio taken down. Referees see it. So we will get a man up. We will go to the Dunlops, dude up. 9:48 left in the second period. Have a little bit of extra space. All power plays brought to you by Dunlop's Bar and Grill. Stop in today. Tell them Knox Spittle sent you. Knox's birthday weekend. Spittle, Roche, Gerbevec. Roche collects it off the half wall. Tries to play it forward. It's poked and kept in by Maurer. That'll hit a stick. It'll get off the end wall. PHC trying to gain possession and set this up. Roche will collect on the half wall. Gets past him, and now we're going to go. They're going to play it forward. Maurer will be back. He'll stick this aside. Loses an edge. Gets into the corner. Carr will then cut it off. Allow Maurer to regain it. Plays it ahead to Gerbevec. Gerbevec leaves it for Spittle. Spittle drags past one. He'll enter the zone. He'll cut across. Fires it to the net. Goaltender gloves it and hangs on to it. 9:13 left in the second period. We'll change the lineup up front. And on the back end, we'll go Puccio, Roche, and Chick up front. Fazio and Winton on the points. Springfield will collect this one. They'll go high off the glass. He gets out in the neutral zone and trying to leak behind. Winton trying to get a stick on it. There you go, top chatter. And it's hit with the Wawa shorty to extend their lead to 4-0. Springfield out. To a 4-0 lead. As they played that one off the glass and they had a guy coming with speed. Puck was collected. It's one back to Winton. Winton will go D to Fazio. Fazio is trying to play it back across. He finds Roche. Roche will drive in. Step down. Tries to drag past. He's met by a poke check. He fights through one. Pushed aside by the Springfield Aces. And now they'll come up the wall. Winton will try to keep the chip fast. And they start to attack. They give it to the back guy. Good contained by Fazio. Fought off with the glove by Williams. Fazio will collect. Roche will now collect this one behind the net. He gets his toes up. Skate this one ahead. He'll find Anichuk on the far side. Anichuk tries to stretch it back across the Puccio. Puccio will collect off the sidewall. Get into the corner with it. Come around. Turn back down with it. He had Fazio out in that PSA. Didn't sit. So now Maurer will collect. He'll put it in deep. Collected in the corner by the Aces. We'll turn back up with it. Trying to stretch the zone when we get out here. Winton or Spittle will collect it. Tries to drive it in. We'll find Gerbevec coming off the bench. We're on sides. Left in the soft ice. Spittle will get after it. Springfield will chip up the wall. Maurer collects. Plays it towards the net. Stick to side by the Aces. They play it forward. Carl step and collect. Carl will drive. He'll gain the line. He's going to drive down the wall. He'll chip it into the corner. He takes it himself. You got Spittle out in front. He blows it out there. Unable to get good wood on it. Puccio will collect. He'll drive down now the end wall. Gerbevec will go to the top of that PSA. It's played across off the boots, and now it's coming the other way. Tries to take the hands. Played back up. Stick to side by Maurer at the end there. Springfield gets to this when they push it in the corner where Spittle's in the support. 2-on-2. Spittle kicks it out. He'll come around the net with it. He's looking ahead for Gerbevec. Gerbevec collects off the wall. He'll send it across the Puccio. He's trying to drag past, but the blue sweaters stand tall. They play it ahead. Play it across. Carl will step to this one. He'll get his toes up, and then he gets back on the forehand, plays the Puccio. Puccio cuts across. He's on the line. He's got Gerbevec breaking back door. Fires it to the net. Goaltender makes the save. Hangs on to it. Gerbevec driving to that back post. Looking for the puck to be moved. Spittle, Rochi, Minichuk up front, Fazio and Winton on the back end. 6:30 left in the second period. Spittle will push forward. Rochi step through, but we're outnumbered along that wall. It's thrown up the wall, kept in by Winton. Spittle will play it into the corner, and Minichuk will go after it. He'll set up, look to play it back across. Rochi now collects it on the half wall. He puts it to Spittle. Spittle trying to play it to Anichuk and stick the side of Anichuk. Recovers behind the net, trying to play it out in front. The Aces swarm on that puck. They collect it, and now we're coming the other way. They drive back out into the center. They're going to play it ahead, stretch the ice on us. We keep them outside the dots. Rochi relentless back pressure, trying to win it up the boards. Kept in by the Aces. They'll walk into the corner with it. They're trying to play it back out in front. Stick decided by PHC. Winton will take over, contain. They stretch it to that backside. Fazio will step and challenge. He gets a stick on it. Surfs it. Spittle gets in there and support, keeps it out to the half wall. Anichuk jumps through the lane. He'll collect it. He chips it ahead to Rochi. Rochi lets it go through the skates. He's going to drive wide, trying to take the zone. Spittle and support will get there. He'll push it down the wall. He'll turn up with it on the forehand, trying to find Rochi out in the center seam. It gets past him, but Fazio collects at the far point. He'll walk in. He'll turn. He'll fire. Hits a body, and Spittle will put it back. So Anichuk gets a stick on it in front. Spittle collects it, puts it into the open net. Pucks to the net, through traffic, and then you get bodies going to the net. Now we got Rochi, Gerbevec, Pucciarero up front, Maurer and Carr on the back end. We'll jump through, step in. Carr will wear this off the shin pads. Pucciarero played it out into the center. Gerbevec collects it. We'll leave it ahead for Rochi. Rochi's trying to step in. Net by a poke check. Carr will collect this one in the neutral zone. He'll turn up, put it off the wall, collect it himself. Fights through one and then gets it into the zone. But he says we jumped off sides. So we'll have a neutral zone draw. Rochi between Gerbevec and Pinky. Maurer and Carr. Puck is dropped. Rochi will chip it forward. The Aces will step to this. Pucciarero's trying to fight it down the boards. Seals it off. Chip forward. Gerbevec trying to find it in front. The Aces will get around. They'll chip it around. Gerbevec cuts it off. They push it forward. Carr will try to step in and seal. They'll go off the boards. Maurer will step to this. He'll come back. He'll reverse back up. He's going to take what Ice is giving to him. We'll play it ahead. He's met by a blue sweater, but he plays it ahead. Gerbevec trying to win it. 3-on-1 developing. Gerbevec plays it across. Pucciarero trying to collect on the wall. He'll turn down. Rochi steps across. He'll step in, backhander into the shin pads of the defender, who then tries to clear it, but Maurer steps and reads it. It's put off the end wall. Gerbevec will cut it off. They play it back up. Picked off by Pucciarero. Stick to side by the Aces. They'll play it out into the center. And now it's a puck race. Williams will come out, alertly stop it. Allow them to hit reset. Wholesale changes by both benches. Defensive zone draw to the left for Williams. 3:46 left in the second period. 4-1. Spittle between Anichuk and Gerbevec. Winton and Fazio. Played ahead. Kept in. Fazio will collect it. He'll play it to Spittle. Springfield jumps the lane. They'll come back in with it. They'll enter on sides. Try to play it back up the wall. Hits a PHC stick. Spittle will collect. We'll skate this one out. We'll get down across the blue. We'll try to drag in. Met by a sweet check of the Aces. Will play it across to Fazio. Fazio tries a one-touch to the head for Anichuk. But the Aces will pick it off and flip that ice on us. They'll put it deep the other way. That's going to be an icing if it gets there. It does. So we'll come 200 feet for an offensive zone draw to the left of the Aces goalie. 3:07 left in the second period. Same personnel out there. That's Spittle between Gerbevec and Anichuk with Fazio went on the back end. Spittle tries to win this one back. We'll give it to Fazio. Fazio will load. Will throw it towards the net. Stick down. Spittle will collect. Stick down by Anuncio. Gerberbeck's trying to find it. It's loose. The Aces come away with it. They'll play it back forward. They'll get out into the neutral zone. And now we're coming the other way. They play it across to the guy coming late. Big save made by Colton Williams. Played back up the wall. Kept in by the Aces, but Fazio will collect it. Gets on his forehand. Will reverse back up. Finds Gerberbeck at the top of the zone. Gerberbeck collects it. He'll get this one out into the center. Nuccio kicks it forward. Coletti's trying to play it back across. Fought off by the Springfield Aces, but now Nuccio drops it to Spittle. Spittle trying to find a Nuccio, but it's kicked aside by the Aces. Put up the sidewall. We'll shoot it out of play into the PHC bench. So we'll have an offensive zone draw to the left of the Aces goalie. 2:19 left in the second period. Now we got Rochi, Puncherero, Spittle up front. Mauer Carr on the back end. Rochi will push it in the corner. Aces will go off the glass. It's over Carr's stick. Mauer's back there, reads it, picks it up. He'll put it over off the boards. The Aces will collect it. They'll get back in their own zone. They'll go D to D. Look to come out the other way. They'll play it up. Carr challenges. They'll walk down the boards. He'll play it back across. Spittle, or sorry, that's 2-7, not 2-2. That's Mauer with his stick in the lane. Chips to the side. Now they play it up the wall to Puncherero. Puncherero will circle back down. Reverse it back up the wall. Kept in at the point. Turned, fired, hits the stick. Changes directions, but Williams will stay with it. .143. Defensive zone draw. One, two, three, four. Mauer will come back. Mauer and Fazio, Spittle, Rochi, Puncherero. Aces will win this one. They win it back to the point. They'll play it back down to the half wall. They're trying to play it across. Rochi in the seam to cut that one off. He'll collect it. They'll chip it forward to Spittle. Spittle's trying to stretch that neutral zone. Finds Puncherero, drags back past. He's met by a couple poke checks. Rochi fires it up, puts it on net. Spittle tries to close. Stick to side. Now a puck battle ensues behind the net. Rochi's trying to come out of the foul. The Aces flip it forward. It's going to be kept in by Mauer. Mauer will turn with it. Back out into the neutral zone. That's whistled dead. 4 offsides, so we'll stay here in the neutral zone. We're on icing. 1:10, second period. PHC trying to put some pucks on the net here. Get a late strike. He's dropped. Chip forward. Puncherero will collect. Loose sweaters out in that center with the stick checks, and then they play it out off the sideboards into the neutral zone. Fazio will get back to collect it. Springfield will try to play it back across. Rochi's there to step in the seam. We'll be regrouped and pushed down and into the PHC line. Fazio's back to collect it. Fazio will turn up, will go off the glass. Ends up out the top of the zone, put back in by Springfield. Mauer will collect behind the net. We'll get his head up, we'll get his toes up. Plays. Springfield trying to drive in, they'll play it in as they were met by Mauer. They'll dump it deep. Fazio will drop it to Mauer. Mauer will now turn. He takes a look. Plays it across for Fazio. Springfield jumps the lane, and now we're coming the other way. They're back in, they load up, they play it across. It bounces up off a stick. Rochi will collect it. He'll get his toes up. He's trying to find a Nuccio. He gets it through. The Nuccio trying to dance through. The poke check is there. Puncherero collected it, but the horn sounds. So we go in. Second intermission, trailing 4-1. We'll be back in about 120 seconds for the last 15. Stay with us. All right, we're back for third period action. Start this one with Spittle between Gerbevek. Excuse me. Spittle, Gerbevek, Roche, Winton, and Carr on the back end. Nothing through the middle. We'll play it forward. Carr will get back. We'll collect it. He turns, gets his toes up. Plays it ahead for Roche. Roche collects. He's trying to find Spittle in the center. Pick off, but Carr will step and try to get it out. He does. Get it into the neutral zone. Roche's trying to collect that bouncing puck. The Aces play it back forward. Spittle collects it at the dot. Now Spittle will settle down. He gains the line. He drags past one and load will fire. Blocker save made. Gerbevek trying to put it back. The Aces collect. They'll try to play it forward. Get out of the neutral zone. Roche will pick it off. He'll come back. Drags across. We're on sides and plays it in. The Aces will play it back forward. They'll chip past the pinching defender. And now we're coming the other way. Drive back. Winton contains. Pushes him into the corner. Spittle there to knock him off the puck. Winton's going to try to collect. Spittle hit and pin, but he collects it. 2-1-2. The Aces will come out of it with it, but it's poked aside. Played out in front. Carr will collect. Who plays it ahead to Roche. Roche's got Gerbevek with him. Roche will take it across the line. End of the zone. Drags into the center. Stick to side. He'll get wide. He's dragging in. He's behind the net. Tries to drag it back out in front. Kept in by Fazio. Fazio loads up. He fires. Gets up over the net off the end boards. Bounces out in front. Roche's trying to collect it. Bouncing puck. He'll fight through it. Push it in the corner where Spittle will collect it. Spittle's trying to play it back to Roche. We'll drive it down now. We'll turn behind the net with it. Plays down in front to Gerbevek. Gerbevek loads. Fires. Save made by the Springfield Ace goalie. Good opportunity. Offensive zone draw to the right of the Aces goalie. 13:22 left in this one. We'll go Spittle between Anutsiuk and Puncherero. Maurer and Fazio on the back end. Puncherero's glove it. And Spittle collects and chips it into the corner. Anutsiuk can put the forecheck on. They'll chip back up the wall. Puncherero cuts it off. We'll try to chip down the wall. Springfield will put it back up the wall. Maurer will fire it in hard. Gets all the way around the end wall where Anutsiuk tries to cut off on the far side. Play it forward. It gets out of the neutral zone over Fazio, but Maurer's back to collect it. Trying to settle it as puck is on edge. We'll reverse back. We'll play it across. Fazio gets to his feet. He'll now reverse it to Maurer. Maurer will come the other way with it. He'll play it ahead for Puncherero. Gets off his stick out in the neutral zone. He'll put the pressure on Springfield, trying to chip it forward. They get it back into the PHC line. Fazio will collect. He'll play it out to Anutsiuk. Anutsiuk's got some time and space. Plays it ahead to Spittle. Will gain the line. Ridden off by the Aces. Now puck battle ensues along the wall. Springfield plays it back the other way. Driving in. Winton will challenge, and then Fazio will collect behind the net. He leaves it for Winton. Winton will turn and get his toes up. He'll play it back across to Fazio. Fazio will get across the red, and now he'll dump it in deep. Spittle looking to get after this, and Anutsiuk's looking to get in there. Cuts it off, chips it off the end wall. Fights through one. Pushes it across to Puncherero. Puncherero's going to load up with it. We'll walk up. We'll get back down into the corner. We'll turn. We'll find Carr at the point. Carr will play to Winton. Winton one-timer off the end boards. Get over! Puncherero trying to fight desperately back to get it. Keep it active. Spittle gets back above it. Seal it off! Anutsiuk steps through. Met with a poke check. Spittle collects the bouncing puck. Fights through the checks. Out to the sidewall. Winton will keep. Anutsiuk recovers at the top of the house. He pulls up, trying to load, and now we're coming the other way. Back from Spittle. Lifting sticks. Carr step to it. Gets out to the sideboards. They'll fire this one in. If you're watching, Ellie Shaw is back in net for the third period. Springfield will try to come back forth. It's surfed off by Spittle. He'll push it forward. Gerbebeck gets there, trying to fight through a check. He comes out of the power, he loads up, he's in. Stick to side at the last second. He'll gain it off the end wall, kick it back to himself, trying to play it out in front. Springfield there to collect it, and they're going to skate through the neutral zone. Fazio will stay with him, trying to keep him outside the dot line. He'll collect the puck, reverse it to Maurer. Maurer will turn, try to reverse back down and go off the end boards to Fazio. Fazio will turn, he takes a look, plays it off the boards looking for Gerbebeck on the near side. He gets past him. Pucciarello leaking behind the defender, picks a pocket, he steps in, he drags in, he's inside the dots, he turns, he fires, takes the stick of the defender out of hand. Roche will collect it. But the Springfield Aces will fire it off the backside of the referee. Now Roach tries to collect it and walk it out in front. He's met by some stick checks. He's hit. Pucciarello will collect it, trying to walk off the wall, met by a poke check. Played up the wall, kept by Maurer. Maurer will turn and fire. Paddled aside by the Aces goalie. They'll try to come out the other side. Fazio is going to step and keep this one. He'll walk down the wall. He'll play it into the corner. It's going to come back to the other side. Pucciarello fighting to get back above it. They chip it off the wall. Maurer will keep. Will go off the glass. It gets into the corner. The Aces trying to stretch the ice. It'll get out. But that'll be icing. So we will come 200 feet with 8:28 left in this one for an offensive zone draw to the left of the Aces goalie. Now we got Spittle, Gerbebeck, Anucciuk up front, Whitten and Carr on the back end. We got two Maxes out there. So now we got Spittle, Gerbebeck, Roche, Whitten, Carr. Offensive zone draw to the right of the Aces goalie. And towards the net, Gerbebeck trying to chip it forward. The Aces will collect. They'll go off the glass. It gets out, and now a foot race ensues. Carr's back. We'll stick it aside. Second guy puts it behind the net. Spittle's there to contain. Carr's there to contain. Chipped out in front. Whitten's there to put it ahead to Gerbebeck. Gerbebeck plays it ahead to Roche. Roche has some white ice. He's on the forehand. He'll drive wide. Met by a poke check, and now they're coming the other way. Spittle tries to put it into the corner, but the Aces fight it off. That's not going to have enough legs. He got one coming! Or we'll get back behind the net. Buy some time, and he plays it ahead for Gerbebeck. Gerbebeck chips it into the center scene, collects it himself, trying to stretch Roche. Roche is met by a blue jersey at the blue line. Roche gets back up, he collects it, he drives in, gets to the dots, cuts back across, surfed by the Aces of Springfield. Blue jerseys is what I meant to say. Gerbebeck keeps it in the zone, not once, but twice. Chips it ahead to Roche. Roche steps, he fires off a stick, up and over the cage. Gerbebeck collects, plays it back out in front. The Aces will collect it, but it's stick to side by Fazio. Fazio loads, fires, bouncing puck in front. We're trying to find it. Still loose. Put back opportunity. Bounces off a body, and then the Aces will dump it down. It'll get in on Ellie. She'll have to make the save. Stops it and leaves it for Fazio. Fazio will collect. He gets his eyes up. He finds Gerbebeck sitting at the red line. Plays it across, looking for Spittle. The rest of his line was in a line change. So the Aces collect. They'll play it back in. Fazio's going to take a look. Reverse will go off the end boards to Maurer. Maurer will collect it. Chip back off the boards. Step to it himself. Now he plays it to Fazio. Fazio chips it ahead to Gerbebeck. Gerbebeck stretches it across, looking for Pucciarello. The blue jerseys read it, get a stick on it. But it's chipped in. They go high off the glass. They hit the neutral zone with numbers and speed. Good effort by Johnny Gerbebeck, but the Aces will put it deep. Fazio will collect. They'll go around the end boards and find Maurer. Maurer will turn up with it. Plays it ahead for Pucciarello. It's off his stick, gets out in the neutral zone. Poked ahead, poked back in by the Aces. Maurer sticks to the side to Fazio. Fazio plays it ahead to Gerbebeck. Gerbebeck's going to gain the line. He'll drop it for Spittle. Plays it across for Fazio. Fazio loads up, fires, hits the side of the net. Played back out in front. The Aces will fight it off. They chip it forward. Maurer will get back to catch it. Below his dots, they'll wave the icing off. So Maurer will now turn with it. He'll get out to the boards, runs out of room. He's ridden off the puck. Pucciarello's there to support and pick it up. Fazio now collects. He'll skate this one out. He'll chip it ahead for Anucciuk. Anucciuk's on sides. Pushes it in the soft ice. He's tripped and hauled down. Nothing called, and now we're coming the other way. Aces will gain the line. Quinton will challenge the top of the circle. Play it back.